Hi fam, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Malia Christina. I film everything from motherhood to lifestyle videos, and today I have a very special guest with me, and I'll be doing baby girl's name reveal, also share with you her birth vlog, and tell you what it's like adjusting to life with 2 under 2. So if you want to hear more, stick around. So I have a very special guest here. This is Nora Claire Kabasi, the newest addition to the Kabasi family, and we are so happy and so in love already. She's the sweetest girl. She only cries when she really wants something. If she's hungry or she's dirty, she will let us know. She makes cute little noises. But girlfriend is loud. I don't know if that's a girl thing. I've never had a girl before. But she is the sweetest thing. And we love her so much already. She looks just like her papa. She has dark eyes, dark hair. Her skin's a little darker than mine. And she's my little dark beauty. And it's so funny. I had a dream that she looked exactly like this too. And I told my husband multiple times, she's going to come out with your eyes and your hair. I know it. And she did. And she came out with a full head of hair. Do you see all of this hair? Full head of hair. Nash was bald until he was 6 months old. So big difference. I was so shocked when they pulled her out and showed her to me for the first time. She is 2 weeks old now. And she has reached her birth weight. So we're happy. She's growing. She's eating well. And we could not be happier. So in addition to baby girl, we also have an 18-month-old son named Nash. And Nash is adjusting really well to becoming a big brother. It's the sweetest thing, and it fills my heart with so much joy to see them together. We worked with Nash before baby came, teaching him things to help me out around the house a little bit, like help mommy throw away diapers or be gentle. So that's really helped. My husband's been home for the last 2 weeks helping me out while I heal from my C-section. I'm so grateful that he was able to get the time off. He went back to work yesterday, so I was at home with 2 kids alone for the first time. And it went pretty well. My mother-in-law came over in the middle of the day to help out, and she watched Nash while I took baby girl to another checkup with her midwife. So that was a nice little break in the middle of the day. And I only had a slight moment of panic in the morning when both kids were crying at the same time. But we got through it. And it made me think, maybe we're going to make it after all. Having a newborn isn't too hard. They cry when they want something, like if they're hungry or they need to be changed. The hard part is having an 18-month-old at the same time, because you really have 2 babies. And I have to remind myself that even though Nash is the older brother now, he's still a baby himself. And I have to remember that. And he can't express his words yet and tell me how he's feeling. So he's been acting out more in tantrums. And this is probably because we added a new baby to the family. And it's a big change. So we have to remember to share our attention with him. Sometimes it's hard because she has to feed, but he wants some attention. He wants me to play with him. So it was a big help having my husband home because my husband could give him the attention that he needed. But now that my husband is gone, I have to learn to balance that attention. And once I feed baby girl, I have to make sure to spend time with Nash doing some activities or going for a walk, or we'll go to a park. We'll do maybe coloring with some crayons, anything to spend some quality time with Nash so that he doesn't feel left out. So let's get into the real reason you're here, and that is for baby girl's birth video. So we've been calling her baby girl, baby sis. Nash will call her sis, like, sis, where are you, sis? It's so cute. So, if you watched my last video, I told you that I was having contractions that started on Saturday morning, October 9th. They started off being 10 minutes apart, and they were not that strong. Like, I could still function, I could still walk around and talk. So I called my midwife and I let her know that I might be going into labor, and if you guys remember, I'm supposed to be a scheduled C-section, and I was not scheduled to have that C-section until the following Wednesday. So at that point, it was Saturday, started having contractions. My midwife said if it got more consistent or it got stronger, to call her and let her know, and then I can head to the hospital, and then we'd have to go in for an emergency C-section. So Saturday night rolled around. I filmed my freezer meals video. So I made my freezer meals, and then Sunday was Thanksgiving, and I actually hosted Thanksgiving here at the house, and we had my family all over. I made dinner, I made a turkey, and I think that really kick-started things because by Sunday night the contractions were even stronger. But they still weren't consistent, so I slept on it, and then by Monday morning those contractions were strong. They were more consistent. They were like 5 to 10 minutes apart. So I called my midwife. I said, I think this is it. It's Monday now. I wasn't scheduled to have my C-section until Wednesday. She said, come on in. So packed up the family, got all of our hospital bags in the car, and got Nash's stuff together, put that in the car, and we headed over to our family's house where we dropped off Nash with my sister-in-law and grandma, and then me and Nico headed to the hospital. We got to the hospital around 10 a.m. They hooked me up to all the monitors. I saw my midwife there, and she saw me have a contraction, and she saw how strong that sucker was, and she was concerned. She said, okay, let's hook you up to the monitor. Let's check how dilated you are. So they checked me. I was only 1 centimeter dilated, even though I had been having contractions all weekend. But during that check, they could also feel the baby's head was very low. They said they could already feel the top of her head. And when they checked the monitor, they said that baby girl's heart rate was decelerating, which means that her heart rate was dropping during each contraction. And so it was my midwife who really advocated for me. She called the OB right away. She said, look, my patient's here. Her baby's heart rate is dropping with each contraction. The contractions are strong. She's only 1 centimeter dilated, and she's supposed to be a scheduled C-section. So now she's in labor. She's going to need an emergency C-section. And so within the hour, the OB was at the bedside checking me out. The OR staff was there. The anesthesiologist was there explaining, you know, all the risks and everything of anesthesia. And I was signing my consent papers for surgery while we were walking to the OR. Everything was just boom, boom, boom. It happened so fast. And I really give credit to my midwife. And I've said it before and I'll say it again. If it's your first pregnancy, if it's your second pregnancy, I would totally recommend getting a midwife. Even if it's a C-section. I didn't think that they would want to be my midwife if I was having a C-section because it wasn't natural. But that's actually a myth, and they will still be there for you. They are still a big moral support, and they're a big advocate for you in the hospital when you can't speak for yourself or you don't know what to say. They really speak for you. So I was so grateful to have her. So by the time it was time to have surgery, I got into the OR, and within 10 minutes, baby girl was out.
How you feeling, babe?
Feeling good. Baby's coming.
All the gadgets. There you go, like that. There we go. Hello, baby. Oh, so cute. Good job.
And I got to see her for the first time, and she came out with dark hair and dark eyes, just like I dreamed. And she had a full head of hair, which I was not expecting. And the medical team was so amazing. The OB, the anesthesiologist, the nurses, my midwife, of course, they were all there with me, comforting me, explaining what was going on step by step. And the procedure was so fast, and I didn't feel a thing. Baby girl was healthy. She came out. She had a good set of lungs on her too. I could hear her from the next room while Nico was cutting the umbilical cord. And this time around, baby girl and Nico got to stay in the OR with me until they finished sewing me up. With Nash, they took the baby and Nico to recovery while I finished up surgery, and I didn't see them again until I got to recovery, which I didn't like last time. This time, everybody stayed with me and we got wheeled to recovery together, which is really nice. So I got some more extra bonding time with baby while I was finishing my surgery, getting closed up, and that was really comforting. So after surgery, they wheel you into recovery and they keep you there until you start having feeling again. They check you with the bags of ice to see if you can feel the cold yet. And once you can start feeling the cold lower down, you can start moving your legs, then they wheeled us into our actual room. We didn't even have a room yet because we got into surgery so quickly. They didn't even assign us a room until after recovery. Oh, my hair is a wreck. We are here in recovery room. Well, this is our room actually for the next few days. Nothing exciting. The window, there's Papa's bed over there. And here is baby girl. Little angel. I was a C-section again, but this time I was an emergency C-section because baby girl decided to come early, which is okay with us. Today is Canadian Thanksgiving and we have so much to be thankful for, so I will keep you guys posted. I'm gonna get some rest and try to eat something. It's so hard to stomach anything after you get the spinal. I'm not really hungry, so just trying to take in some juice and keep my blood sugar up. And enjoy our new little bundle of joy. I'll check in with you guys soon. Just lay her down over here. So with a C-section, you stay in the hospital longer than you would if you had a natural birth. So we had baby on Monday and we were discharged on Wednesday afternoon. Tuesday night, I remember I was having so much pain. I think all of the anesthesia had worn off at that point. They give you Tylenol and Advil for pain, but it wasn't cutting it, so I had to ask the nurse for something stronger. And that's the thing, like, if you're feeling pain, don't be embarrassed to let the nurse know. Like, don't try to fight through it. You're there to recover, and they're there to look out for you, so don't be afraid to ask for something stronger if you're in pain. Don't suffer through it. You don't have to put yourself through that. You have enough to worry about taking care of a new human. And I was feeding every 1 to 2 hours. I was also sad because I missed Nash. It had been 2 days at that point, 2 nights where I hadn't seen my baby boy, and that was the longest that we'd ever been apart. So I was sad, I was missing my boy, and I was in pain, and I think everything just built up. And Tuesday night I started bawling in the hospital, and my husband was there. He was trying to comfort me. I think it was like 1 in the morning. He was tired. He's trying to comfort me. He's like, it's okay. You know, if we're not out of there by the next morning, then he would go get Nash and bring him to the hospital, so at least I could see him for a bit until we got discharged. So morning came around and I told the nurse I want to go home. I have a toddler at home I need to go see. I'm feeling good, I'm ready to go. So the doctor came in for the last time, checked us out, we got the okay to go. Baby girl got all her tests finished up, everything looked good. So at that point they sent us home. So we packed up all of our things in the hospital, packed up baby girl, and we headed straight to our family's house to go pick up Nash. And when I saw him again, everything that I was worried about felt like it was relieved at that point. I had my 2 babies together. My heart was full. I don't think Nash really realized what was going on at that point, that we were bringing a new baby home. He was like, oh, what is this thing? Anyway, I'm gonna go play with some toys. But I was so happy to have my family back together. And it was so nice driving home with the whole family in the car, 2 car seats in the back, feeling like our family was finally complete. And that is it for today's birth video / name reveal of our Nora Claire. And I'll link a video at the end of the baby names that we loved but we weren't using. If you guys have any questions about C-section, about postpartum care, or what it's like, what to expect, leave me a comment below. I love to hear from you guys. You can also DM me or message me on Instagram at Malia Christina Life. and you can find more up-to-date videos and pictures of our life here at home with new baby. Thank you guys for sticking around and letting me share our story with you. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.